Live and local, Terry Allen's Guitar Bar. Welcome to your Sunday night. We've got a special guest in the studio, and really, really special to me, Sissy Brown, who is the daughter of my best friend. I'm going to just go ahead and put that out there first. That doesn't have anything to do with why she's on the show. She actually sings for a living. I mean, because if we just put everybody's kid on that I'm best friends with, I mean, who knows?
Well, you never
I'd have
can
like
tell.
three. I'd have like three people on the air.
Maybe they have more hidden talents, though. They could get on here and play triangle or
Maybe they could
whistlers.
Maybe they could like draw something because that translates well on radio.
For the website-only edition of K-Law.
Exactly.
That would work great.
And you brought a special guest with you tonight, too.
sure
Tell me
did.
about your friend.
So this is Dwayne Mark. We've been doing the Rock Gut Rodeo tour together and having a blast, and he's a pretty fine picker, and it's good to be around him.
Well, I'm glad that he's here. Welcome,
Pleasure
Dwayne.
and
I
honor to be here.
appreciate
Thank you for having me.
you being here. Now, last night you were just at Guitar Bar, which
Heck
is
yeah.
so cool, kind of a return engagement. It's always like a homecoming for you
It
to
is.
come back to Guitar Bar and play.
Yeah, I love it. Well, and I think that it's sort of a real blood, sweat, and tears relationship because, you know, it's Terry's place, but I've swept and mopped and
Yep.
sang, and I've done
Well, like
everything
last
that needed
summer,
to be done.
when you were home, I mean, you were bartending, you were doing all kinds of stuff because you had to be here for a
Yeah.
while after that tragic Arizona
Oh,
incident.
gosh. Yeah, car explosions on the road.
You know,
I'm
it's
stuck.
It's the life of a road singer, isn't it?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's so much stuff like that where you worry about.
Oh, yeah. We have nightmare horror stories. And, you know, it's really, really weird. This tour that Dwayne and I have been on, no real problems. There is a squeaky tire situation.
Hey, somebody
or
knock
something.
on wood right
Yeah.
now,
Say,
please.
Hold your tongue, woman. Hold your tongue.
I mean, that
But we've been very lucky.
that is crazy. It is crazy. Now, tell me some of the places you've been besides Guitar Bar on this
Yeah.
tour.
Well, Dwayne, where'd we go? We were in Hattiesburg,
Yeah.
Mississippi.
We played in Alabama. We played in Florida. We played in Tennessee. We played in
Double in St. Louis.
we did 2 shows in St. Louis and 1 in Kansas City, Missouri. We've
Wow.
been to
Hutchinson, Kansas.
Kansas.
And then
Man.
last night was Hinton, Oklahoma. Or I'm sorry, not last night, but
Night before last.
Night before
yeah.
last.
I know, because you're
And-
completely out of time because we're doing this in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we lose all track of time.
and I just woke up probably 30 seconds ago, roughly. So I'm not really on my A game right now, but I'm trying, struggling through it.
Tomorrow's the last show of our run together. Down
Heading
in,
heading to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that
No,
where you're
Fort
going?
Worth, Fort
Oh,
Worth.
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So a little Texas
Back
run,
to
and then you're
Texas.
back here to relax for a little bit before
Yes.
the big deal. You've got something really, really big, and I don't know if I want you to sing first and then tell me about it because we've been talking for a little while.
Well-
So why don't we sing first and then we'll talk about it? Okay.
All
All right.
right.
So we're gonna put you up first because it is you're the name on the show. Okay, Dwayne, you're here and you're totally
I'm just happy to be here.
you're totally welcome. We're gonna
Wait
get.
till you hear him sing, then he'll be the
He'll be the
reason
star.
for the show.
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll get all yours out of the way first then.
Yeah, that's ideal for me. Let's just get me over and then back to sleep just as soon as we can.
I love
It's
listening. to
Sissy
you.
Brown, live and local, Terry Allen's Guitar Bar. What you going to sing for me first?
I'm actually going to sing a really good song that was written by a dear friend of Dwayne and I's, Mr. John Emery, who's just a fine songwriter from out in California, and we love to play with him and tour with him.
Could be written about Terry Allen's Guitar Bar.
It's very reminiscent of our life. But, and the song seems so negative, but then those are all the things that I love about these kind of dirty, dingy, hometown, local bars that I play. I spend my whole life in them, and they're so intricate and so special.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's called?
It's called the Last Real Bar in California, but we're going to put our own little spin on it.
All right, here we go. It's Sissy Brown, live and local, Terry Allen's Guitar Bar on K-Law.
There's a place I go to get well. It has the charm of an angel falling to hell. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own you. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma. The bar stools have fallen apart. There's barely a hint of a beating heart. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own ya. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma where you can smoke and drink and cuss your way around. There's vampires and 90-year-old drunks and the heartache in the air. It's depression and despair, and everyone is down on their luck. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own ya. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma. Yeah, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own ya. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma.
Wow. I love it. For somebody who just woke up 30 minutes ago, I'm sorry. That voice is amazing. It's amazing.
And not to wrap myself out or anything, but I am miserably hungover. I'm not much of a partier. I'm really not. And people that know me know, I mean, I'll have a couple drinks.
Sure.
I live the road life. But I think it was when we named this tour the Rot Gut Rodeo.
Kind of jinxed it.
You have to portray it,
Yep.
don't you?
Yep, damn right.
We are
I'm not sure
miserable.
Sissy knew what she was getting herself into.
Okay, we're going to give you a break for just a minute. We're going to turn our attention to Dwayne here. All right, Dwayne, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm born and raised on the West Coast mostly. Spent most of my grown-up years in tiny little towns in the deserts of Southern California.
So welcome to Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. I get a kick
You drove
out of
in and probably hey, I've seen this
I'm
place
home.
before.
I'm
Well,
home.
that's what I told him. He's just from the Oklahoma of
Right.
California.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes when we run around the country, we get a little bit of negativity about the idea that I'm from California. But I tell you what, when you grew up in that Bakersfield scene,
Oh, yeah.
it's
You get a lot of great influences there.
It's a big difference than the rest of, or most of the rest of California. So.
Absolutely.
And a special thanks to the state of Oklahoma for creating Bakersfield. Let's just get that in there.
So now I'm based out of the Austin, Texas area. We moved here about a year and a half ago. I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah. Austin is
beautiful.
great. It is definitely it's so eclectic, too, musically.
Yep,
I mean, there are so many different music styles. We're going to talk a little bit about Austin coming up pretty soon, too. All right, tell me your biggest musical influences. I know that's a tough one because there's probably a trillion.
I grew up on really eclectic music background too. My parents listened to everything from Johnny Cash to Def Leppard.
Oh, my
Elton
gosh.
John. I mean, you name it. It was a big mix of music. So I've always leaned towards the country side of stuff, which is a little bit more like my mama. My dad always made fun of me for that. Still does to this day. But I'd say guys like Johnny Cash, there's always the classics like that we think of. There's some newer writers in our day and age that I have incredible respect for, like a guy from the West Coast. His name's the White Buffalo. Just fantastic writers like that. And a lot of those are more that influence on me.
And do you write your own stuff, too?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I have 2 full-length records that are out that are all original material, an EP, and we're getting to release a couple singles here.
Oh, we're going to talk about that, too, because one of the songs we're going to hear tonight is one that you can only get if you pre-order the upcoming EP. Isn't that right?
Yep.
All right, so let's play one. What do you want to play for me?
Let's go ahead and start with that
Gonna
song
do
that we're
that
talking
one?
about.
Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
This is a duet that I did with Jessica Lee Wilkes. We were in Nashville recording together and had a blast putting down this track. It's about being lonely and missing home, which just about everybody that travels for a living, they know what that's like. The song's called Lonely Wheels. 5,000 miles on the road, my wheels now pointed toward home. My heart's racing like a horse at the thought of you being alone. Just to hold you again, I would give anything. I would give anything. hard when I am gone. So much to do it on your own. My heart is broken, I am torn at the thought of you being alone. Just to hold you again, I would give anything. Just to hold you again, I would give anything. I would give anything. All over again, I would do it all over again. Anything to hold your hand until the end. Just to hold you again, I would give anything. Just to hold you again, I would give anything. I can see your eyes shining. You give me reason to live. So I would give anything. I would give anything. I would give anything. I would give anything.
Wow.
I hate it. It makes me sick. Hurts my
Live
ears.
that voice. I don't even know how to describe that voice. That is amazing.
It's like really loud and almost annoying.
That
But
is
if you
not
listen
what I
to
was
it long
going to
enough,
say.
you enjoy the hell out of it.
I was not going to say that at all. It has kind of that growl, which I love. I love a voice with a growl in it. Wow, Dwayne Mark. Okay, we're going to hear more from him tonight, more from Sissy Brown. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes and talk about Austin, Texas, live and local from Terry Allen's Guitar Bar on KLAW 101.